Have you ever noticed that some articles have better photos than others? Like this one. Um, I'm sure the person who took this photo was trying their best. And honestly, I do kind of like it. Like, it's a very interesting expression. But I have a feeling that if I were the person in question for this article, and this was how the world saw me, I might want a better photo, you know? And this is something that comes up from time to time because a lot of people don't necessarily understand the inner workings of how Wikipedia sort of works or how they can change it. And that's something that, in general, I'm trying to make better known because there's a lot you have to figure out when you're trying to do these things. And it just helps to have someone who has some idea of what they're doing and can help lead you through the maze. So the main reason there is either no photo or a poor quality photo in an article about someone is because Wikipedia and its sister project, Wikimedia Commons, is one of the few places on the internet that care about copyright law. Obviously other websites care, but there's a dedication to what gets hosted on these sites that other websites don't necessarily have. One example that I like to give is that a lot of people don't know necessarily that a lot of places don't have freedom of panorama. So if you're trying to take pictures of buildings in Poland, you might run into issues. Even the US has certain requirements. I believe that if you're trying to take a picture of an exterior of a building, like the outside of a building, and that building was built after 1992 or something like that, you could technically get into legal trouble. There's all sorts of nuance to stuff like that, and a lot of the internet just kind of acts like these rules don't exist, and I feel like because of that, there's less pressure to actually change certain copyright laws. And yeah, that's a discussion for another day. But the reason this matters is because files that are used in articles like this, they have to be freely licensed. So you either need to So, a lot of the photos we get, right? It's because somebody took the photo themselves and they uploaded it. And if you're attending events, a lot of times you might not necessarily be in the front row, or you might just have a crappy camera, or, you know what they say about beggars. Beggars can't be choosers, right? So, a lot of the time, poor quality photos just end up getting used because that is all there is to use. But there is a way to change this. One, if you're the person in question, you can follow this guide. So this is a special namespace. So it's not something you'd normally see in main space where all the articles are. This is sort of like a back end type of thing. But this guide exists. It sort of explains why, photos can be difficult, what I just said. This like if you post on social media saying you agree to publish that image under a Creative Commons license, can be a pretty good public way of doing this. So this person did it on Instagram. They posted a selfie. They said this picture is free to use under CC BY-SA 4.0 license. Someone hearted it, it got uploaded, and here it is today. So you could do that. You could do that on other social media accounts like this. The important part of this process is that it is a selfie, because for most photographs, like sometimes people think, oh, like if someone takes a photograph of me, it's fine because it's of me, right? So obviously I own the copyright. But that's not how it works. It is generally the person who's taking the photo has the copyright to it. There are some situations where that can be a bit more complicated. People who do photography as like a career, sometimes they'll release the rights under contract. But generally speaking, if there is complicated aspects to your request, you're going to have to email this email. And you generally need the person who took the photograph to send in that release. And yeah, and so if you don't want to post on social media or send, try to upload it yourself, just send an email to this email address and they'll help you. And then just in general, like I was saying, if you're someone who goes to events, you love concerts, you took a selfie with a mayor of your local town and that mayor doesn't have a photograph, we appreciate it when people sort of collectively donate their time and energy to help make these projects better. So if you have a photo that could be used and isn't being used, we'd love to see it. Thanks. Bye.